Anyways, yeah, this is the end of the video. If you liked the video, press the like button. If you dislike Ultra Q, yeah, I guess dislike Ultra Q, and tell me in the comments what I'm doing right and what I'm doing wrong. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care and shoo-watch! Alright, and that's it for the ending. Whew. Quite a bit of work, not gonna lie. But man, what a great series. To be honest, one day, I would like to make something that is just as creative as Ultra Q is. Well, no sense dwelling on that. Right now, I just gotta focus on doing these Ultraman reviews. It's gonna take a while. That's weird. Where's my Ultra Q Blu-ray? Ultra Q, a series that came at the dawn of the year 1966, and a show that has left its mark on history. However, is it possible for a work of art to be so creatively wondrous that it can blur the lines between fantasy and reality? For the next 30 minutes, you'll experience a parting of mind from body and become swallowed in this mysterious time. There you are. You know, this really was a great series. You know, there's just so much love and passion put into it. Truly, just such a great, fun time, man. I am talking to myself once again. I really need to go out more. Unlike the shows that Ultra Q was inspired by, those being Twilight Zone and The Outer Limits, the series does have a recurring cast of characters outside of the narrator. That's weird, I don't remember turning the TV on. There are three main characters we follow. First up is Jun Manjime, played by Kenji Sahara, who is a well-known actor in the Tokusatsu medium, even by the time Ultra Q came out. Wait a minute, this is the video I'm working on right now. How's it showing up on my TV? Jun is a pilot and sci-fi writer, which might be why he fits perfectly as the de facto leader of the main trio. Not only does he have the adventurous spirit of a pilot, always springing into action when the time calls for it, but is also naturally drawn to the mysteries this world provides. Despite that, he is also the wisest of the group, which allows him to naturally teach important lessons to others around him. Okay, next up is Yuriko Itakawa, played by Hiroki Sakurai, who will go on to play as SSSP member Fuji in Tsuburaya's next series. In fact, Hiroki isn't the only Science Patrol actor who shows up in Ultra Q, as everyone but Sandayu Tokumamushi, the actor who would play Arashi, shows up in at least one episode. Anyways, Yuriko is the headstrong reporter who is typically the main driving force when it comes to getting the main trio involved, as she's always looking for the next big scoop. Finally, we have Ippei Togawa, played by Yasuhiko Saijo. Ippei is the sidekick comic relief character of the group, being Jun's aviating apprentice. The three work extremely well together, and I think are a great inclusion that helps make Ultra Q stand out from similar shows that were coming out during the time. It allows us to really get attached to the characters. I really gotta go back to my computer to figure out what's going on. If you have to constantly reintroduce a new protagonist or an entire cast for each episode. The main cast here also stands out from most future Ultra series, for they aren't special operatives tasked with dealing with the supernatural. Instead, they are to really relate to them. It should be noted that they aren't always the main characters in the episodes, as they sometimes act as background or supporting characters. There's even one episode where none of them show up. I actually really enjoy that.
That screen over there is not even plugged in. How can it even play the video?
It might not really work with the main cast. The trio aren't the only recurring characters, as there are minor characters who pop up in multiple episodes. Of course, you have the narrator that pops up during the intro and ending for each episode. Still though, the trio serve as sort of tour guides to this strange world.
Okay. Somewhere, I just gotta get my head straight in.
Well, the human cast is definitely important. I think most people will agree that the real stars are the various kaiju and aliens featured in the series.
What is even going on right now?
This is especially true when you consider that most of the time that the plots revolve around said kaiju and aliens.
How is that possible? That literally just moved seconds ago. What is going on?
There are quite a number of strange creatures to talk about, so here are some of my favorites. What better kaiju to start off than the first kaiju that appears in the series, which is Gomess, the ancient underground kaiju. Maybe it's because I grew up on Godzilla, but I love how they used a Godzilla suit to bring out this mammal-like design. I find it poetic that Gomess was the first kaiju to appear in the Ultra series, given Godzilla's importance to the foundation of Tokusatsu as we know it today. Next up is the freezing monster, Peguila. Honestly love how this dopey faced terror has gotten a bit of a resurgence in the 2020s. Then there's the robotic asteroid monster, Garamon. His design is uniquely spectacular. It's no wonder Tsuburaya decided to keep using the design outside of Ultra Q for a smaller and more courageous kaiju. Can't forget to mention the challenger from the year 2020, Kemur. Not only did he have a great debut, he also serves as Ultraman actor Ben Faria's first suit acting gig. But the actor's debut in the Ultra series actually happened in an earlier episode. That episode features the final kaiju I would like to talk about, the mammoth flower Jiran. Plant kaiju are always unique to watch. But to Gamera fans, this kaiju is one to take note of, as it went to inspire one of the movies in the beloved Heisei trilogy. One thing I should mention though is not every episode features a kaiju or alien. We got one episode with a demon child, another with a multi-dimensional train, and even an episode where we see humans actually shrink down to 1/8 our size. Overall though, Ultra Q features a creative set of creatures that are sure to entertain.
I'm trapped.
While we did have a recurring cast and even episodes that serve as continuations to previous ones, the series is mostly episodic in nature. Of course, episodic shows were more common back then, since there wasn't really a way for most people to go back to previous episodes that may have missed.
Maybe if I listen more to my video, I guess maybe a hint or something to whatever the heck is that I'm in. I don't know. I guess I don't know what else to do except just to watch the video.
But what I find to be so amazing about Ultra Q's episodes is that they don't feel like episodes of a TV series.
Listen to what I have to say.
Even though there's a consistent formula with the first half dedicated towards the mystery and build-up that leads to the second half which is dedicated to actions and solutions. The episodes feel more like a series of small movies. This is especially emphasized when each episode has their own unique opening credit sequence. Some even have a completely different intro theme. I believe this was intentional, as the goal was to bring the kaiju boom in the 60s from the big screen all the way to the smaller screen. Funny enough though, this show was created by Godzilla special effects director A.G. Tsuburaya, and his studio, Tsuburaya Productions, and their original intent was to not really make a kaiju-centric show, but wanted to lean more into the Twilight Zone aspect when the show was originally called Unbalance. Wait a minute. Unbalance? Zone? That must be it, or that's the only conclusion I can come up with, is that I've entered the Unbalance Zone. I guess. But how do I get out? It was actually due to TBS, the TV network that would broadcast the show, insisting that they should add more kaiju as well as change the name to include the word Ultra. At the end of the day, Ultra Q is just the show, and since I guess the Unbalanced Zone trapped me in my own video, maybe if I get back to my computer I can edit or write my way out of here. At least that's the only thing I can think of that'll solve all of this. I guess there's only one way to find out. Tsuburaya couldn't really refuse their request, as it was thanks to TBS that Tsuburaya was able to afford the Oxberry 1200 optical printer for special effects composition. Just to give you an idea how expensive that was, the only other studio in the world to own that was Walt Disney's. Ultra Q was the most expensive show in Japan at the time, even being shot with the more expensive 35mm film. Personally, I think leaning more into the kaiju aspect was the right call, as not only did Tsuburaya have plenty of experience with the kaiju genre with his work on various Toho movies, it allows the show to stand out from its inspirations more. Plus, it allowed Tsuburaya to casually borrow suits that were used in various Toho kaiju flicks, like Godzilla, as I previously mentioned. Finally, I absolutely admire the experimental nature of the show, as it felt like the crew was really able to play around with different stories, cinematography, editing, and of course the effects to create such a charming show. Alright. I'm back. It's time to finish this. If there's one word I can use to describe Ultra Q, it would be unique, and I mean that in the best way possible. Its uniqueness doesn't stem from just the series as a whole, it is sprinkled out in every single episode. While there is still an element of science fantasy in each one, the show also plays with different genres such as horror, crime drama, sports drama, and many others. There's not that many shows that can pull off juggling a huge variety of genres while still keeping true to its identity. That leads me to this show's biggest achievement, which is its world building. I still hold the belief that kaiju are the stars. I also believe, though, that the creatures we see wouldn't work as well if Tsuburaya didn't spend the time on crafting this strange world that anything could happen. With all that said, I highly recommend everyone gives this series a shot, especially if you're a fan of giant monsters and zones of Twilight. I can't guarantee that you'll enjoy every episode, but I do believe there's at least one episode of Ultra Q for everybody. Ultra Q is available for free on multiple streaming services and is available to buy on Blu-ray. So please, let your eyes leave your body and enter this mysterious time. Well, they seem to all disappear. That's good. I feel as though there's still one thing left for me to do. Of course, the ending. I still need to record the ending. Time to finally get out of here. Alrighty everybody, thank you so much for watching. It really means a lot, and thank you for getting my channel over 100 subs. I really look forward to this year. I hope we can make 1,000. Let's go for it, but seriously, thank you all so much for watching. For those who watch for the channel and all that, and I just really appreciate it. But anyways, yeah, this is the end of the video. A word of caution to those who seek to create. Make sure to live your life beyond your work, or you may too be trapped in a cycle of unbalance. And as always, I hope you have a fantastic day. Take care and shoo watch!